Scholars have called many things the great equalizer of men. Life, love, the pursuit of happiness, but in my experience, one of the greatest equalizers is something we all have to do: sit through bad PowerPoints. Judging by some of the looks on your faces, I think you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are professors who make them. Some of you are students who have to sit through them. The reality is, poor instructional design is something that happens a lot. But there's a reality here, which is we don't have to design them the way that we do. Take this, for example. This is basically my presentation in a nutshell. It's got all of the important and relevant vocabulary you'll need to know today, from working memory to redundancy effect to cognitive load. By the way, my favorite color is red, and I love Law & Order SVU. Okay, let's just take a breather. Give your minds a rest. Who heard what my favorite TV show is? Oh, some of you? Okay, but not all of you. So let's talk about this, because what you just experienced was a phenomenon called cognitive load. See, our minds are like this bucket, and when they're having to take in different pieces of information, the bucket gets heavier and heavier and heavier because your working memory can only take so much in. More specifically, what you were experiencing just now was the redundancy effect. It's the concurrent presentation of verbatim speech, which I was doing, and text up on the slide. If you're trying to read the slide and I'm saying different words, then who are you supposed to pay attention to? Those things counterbalance each other. So what do we do to lighten the load? Well, in my research, one of the major things that I've seen can be super effective is when you just remove text from the slide altogether. Focus on using visual cues and the auditory explanation. Now, I know this is hard, but for many industries, it's actually quite simple. In fact, in the STEM space, for those of you that are in STEM, you guys have lots of different kinds of diagrams and graphs, and you've got a lot to work with. But what about something like social studies? Well, let's say that I'm a 7th grade social studies teacher, right? And I'm talking about the Declaration of Independence. Instead of just throwing a bunch of bullet points up there and talking about it at the same time, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put 1776 on the screen and surround it with a famous painting of the Founding Fathers signing the Declaration of Independence. And if you really, really, really can't get rid of text altogether, just try this. Pick one word, only one, and surround it with associated imagery. Then challenge the people that you're talking to deduce the definition on their own. I think we all can agree, Oprah's pretty magnanimous. If you have any questions or thoughts, I'll be out there afterwards. I'm all eyes and ears. Thank you.